Hello, everybody. My name is Vincent. I'm a certified biofeedback practitioner, and today I want to discuss with you on the mineral manganese, its benefits, and how it healed my herniated disc. Manganese is a trace mineral that is present in tiny amounts in the body that is found mostly in the bones, the liver, the kidneys, and pancreas. Manganese helps the body form connective tissue, bones, blood clotting factors, and sex hormones. It also plays a role in fat and carbohydrate metabolism, calcium absorption, and blood sugar regulation. Manganese is also necessary for normal brain development and nerve function. That is very important. Low levels of manganese in the body can contribute to infertility, bone malformation, weakness, and seizures. Here's an MRI report of my past diagnosis of degenerative disc disease, which is also called herniated disc. And in addition, I had stenosis of the lower lumbar spine. And I acquired such illness by working warehouse and nursing jobs from the year span of 2008 all the way to 2013. And in the usage of not using my back, which is called improper body mechanics, therefore my spine was greatly affected. Disclaimer: Sussler cell salts can't substitute the doctor. Call a doctor if you are seriously ill. Severe illnesses may not be treated only with cell salts. Cell salts can only be used as an additional treatment. Ask your doctor whether it is okay to use cell salts for your personal health problem. The main objective of this video is to discuss the symptoms and benefits of manganese sulfate. This also pertains to how I healed my back of stenosis and herniated disc. Manganese sulfate is number 17 in the ranking of the separate 25 to 26 cell salts. The material of manganese sulfate is white or pink colored crystalline and is also of solid substance. The standard potency, which is the dosage, the homeopathic dosage is 12x. The part of the body that manganese sulfate affects and you can have great benefit of is the blood and the cartilage. The main uses of manganese sulfate would be anemia, arthrosis, and osteoporosis. Before we continue on, I wanted to emphasize the importance of a gluten-free diet. A gluten-free diet is very important, especially if you are aware of glyphosate poisoning. This is pesticides being sprayed onto the crops. Therefore, when being ingested through our foods causes systemic inflammation. And the grains that are mostly affected would be wheat, barley, rye, or oats. Also, I would add in corn. So when you ingest these foods, again, your body is not able to assimilate these foods because of the glyphosate or the pesticide poisoning. The villi in the digestive tract is affected. Therefore, you're not able to digest your amino acids, your vitamins, and your minerals. So again, stay away from gluten for the time being when you're experiencing inflammation. All right, so now let's continue on with this list here. So we have a list of symptoms here when it comes to manganese deficiency or manganese sulfate deficiency. And there's two different categories here. There are behavioral health and physical symptoms. And the list goes as follows. We have allergies, anemia, arrogance, arteriosclerosis, bald head, bleeding, blood circulation disturbances, blood coagulation, blood loss, breast swelling, bronchitis, capillary bleeding, cartilage constriction, cartilage inflammation, cholesterol mirror lowering. So manganese is very beneficial when it comes to high cholesterol or low cholesterol. A lot of patients that have very low cholesterol is due to a manganese deficiency. I see these in some of my clients. So low manganese, again, that is cholesterol. Low cholesterol is a manganese deficiency. Also, experiencing cold symptoms can be a manganese deficiency or a manganese sulfate deficiency. This one is a very important one, connective tissue weakness. So manganese is one of the big ones. It's the I would say almost number one factor when it comes to connective tissue weakness or connective tissue issues within the body. The next one is cracked skin. If you have any cracked skin along the sides of your lips, that's a manganese deficiency. Deafness feeling, so that's not maximum deafness, but it's at a lower extent. You will start to have a distorted hearing. You'll have distorted hearing. You won't be able to hear to a maximum capacity. That's a manganese deficiency. Next one is depression, then diabetes. Diabetes can also be affected not only by manganese, but also chromium and vanadium. The next one is disturbances of the equilibrium, the eardrums. Next one is dizziness, eczemas, embolism, enteritis, which is stomach inflammation. And the list goes on. I'm not going to name all of these, but as you can see, if anything particularly resonates to you or for you, you would know that these are manganese sulfate deficiencies. Also, another important one is gastritis. So when you have gastritis, that's also a manganese. And you also have to look at the fact that you're not able to absorb your minerals at this point. So therefore, your body is indicating or shows signs of wear and tear and inflammation of the gut. So that's a gastritis there. I know that L-glutamine helps with gastritis. Let's see here. We have hair scales, hay fever, hepatitis. I see hoarseness, joint pains. I know rheumatism is also a factor in this. So any person that has rheumatoid arthritis, just know that also one of the key elements would be needing manganese. See muscle rheumatism. And also just to indicate that that manganese is not going to cover everything. So maybe you do ingest manganese and it doesn't take care of your full problem. Just know that there are other factors as well. So it's not just always one mineral, but there's a multitude or numerous minerals that you're deficient in. So you need to also be aware of that. And that's, again, where bioresonance comes in. So if you are having these certain issues, please feel free to come and contact me. My email is vincent@emmanuelking.com. We can go ahead and do a scanning. We use voice analysis where we can scan your voice and also use your picture and to indicate through your field what you're deficient in energetically. Okay, this is not an allopathic form of lab draw, so we're not using the blood, we're using energy to kind of dictate and see what you're lacking energetic wise. So again, I think we already talked about cholesterol. Low cholesterol is a manganese deficiency. I know that chromium and vanadium also help with cholesterol. A behavioral pattern is self-criticism. Yeah, I can see that as being valid. I'm seeing skin tears here. That's one of those things that there's also other minerals that could affect and cause skin tears. But as the list goes on and on, you see that, okay, another one, sugar metabolism. That's a big one for manganese. Also, again, the big two, chromium and vanadium. So as you can see, manganese has a myriad of benefits for a plethora of symptoms that are being showcased here on this page. Another great one would be toothaches. Manganese helps a lot with toothaches, primarily gum pain, tooth pain. If you have any abscess of the gums, I know that it can help a lot with that, as well as colloidal silver. Some other succinate salts that also help with toothaches would be calcium fluoride, and another one would be calcium phosphate. So those are the big three that I would say that are very beneficial. And as you can see, the list goes on. I can also add in, it helps with varicose veins, vein relaxation, muscle pains. Yeah, and the list goes on. So yeah, so this is very helpful. I hope that you find this very beneficial for you. If you have any questions, please, again, feel free to contact me at vincent@emmanuelking.com. And please view my website at emmanuelking.com.